Today on The Social, has Kanye West been uncancelled? Despite growing backlash, the controversial rapper returned to the stage with sold-out shows. We react to Kanye's surprising comeback. And how much should you need your partner? Why Katherine Schwarzenegger sparked an online debate after she admitted she likes relying on her husband, Chris Pratt. Then, nail artist Candace Knights walks us through the season's hottest nail trends and what to pack to extend our manicures on vacation. Plus, a gourmet version of a childhood classic from the chef of the #1 restaurant in Canada, Restaurant Pearl Morissette. It all starts now on The Social.
Miss you guys.
I want what you
nice.
had for breakfast.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even have breakfast. I'm just running off the energy of the crowd.
I was in the land of the very sick, and I'm very happy to be back. Okay? I'm very happy to be back.
Too.
I'm not contagious, front row. Don't worry. We're all good here. Why don't we kick off the show? We haven't said this name on the show for a little while. Kanye West. Back. I don't know if y'all know, but he sold out not one, but 2 LA concerts over the weekend. This is his first major concert comeback in 5 years. He is now booked to headline a 3-day festival in London in July, but it has prompted the lead sponsor to actually pull out of the event. Other major sponsors are also being urged to follow suit. Now, you may recall, Kanye sparked outrage, to say the least, in recent years for his anti-Semitic remarks, his vocal admiration of Adolf Hitler, and for even selling a swastika T-shirt on his website. So if you're trying to remember, why was he kind of in the bad books? Well, that was why, to say the least. So in January, the rapper took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal. He wanted to apologize for his past behavior, saying his bipolar disorder led to psychotic behavior. So, he's back, but are we surprised at the Kanye comeback?
Are you guys surprised?
Surprised.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was absolutely flabbergasted and shocked to hear that they had to add a second show and that the first one sold out. Concert tickets were between $200 and $500, and I was like, really? And I really wish that I knew someone who attended the concert because I'd like to have a conversation, not an argument, but a conversation so that I could understand how you could continue to financially support someone who not only insulted their fan base, but specifically did so much harm to the Black community and the Jewish community. And as Mel mentioned in the intro, all the horrible things he said, the highlight was back in 2018 on TMZ when he said, when you hear slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, do you guys remember when he said those types of things? And then in 2022, in an interview, he said that he admired Adolf Hitler and identified as a Nazi ideology. And I'm just thinking, you know, I know that the College Dropout album was good, but at what point does the nostalgia for this music override your values? Where are your values in all of this? Also, I feel like cancel culture has been canceled. Because if Kanye can come back with just like a full page ad in a newspaper, hey y'all, sorry about all this stuff, and then sell out. Well, if I'm Diddy right now sitting in my jail cell, I'd be like, well, honey, let's start planning this comeback tour because anything is possible. I think we've opened the door. Even though I hear that Pepsi is canceling their sponsorship, him selling out 2 shows like that, that's speaking to R. Kelly, although R. Kelly's gonna be in there for a while.
I think you need
But Diddy for sure.
Like, you would want to meet someone who went to the concert. Is it just that your memory is short, or is it the fact that anti-Semitism is a form of hate that is easily sort of pushed to the side, which is a shame considering the grotesque amount of anti-Semitism in the world right now.
Especially right now,
Yeah.
it's so true. Yeah, I'm not exactly surprised by his comeback, but I think there's a few things going on here at once. One, I think there is this backlash that's been happening for a while against cancel culture. We saw Louis C.K., I think, has come back doing a show. A lot of people were writing about this weekend. I think the second thing is nostalgia. I do think there's a huge amount of people who are trying to remember a time when things felt more normal, including Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was a time, that first album, and that's like 10, 15 years ago, and I think people are longing for that time when things felt simpler. And music is a really direct conduit to stir those kinds of emotions. So maybe people are willing to ignore certain sins. And the third thing I think, which is the most unsettling, is the fact that I think people are willing to overlook anti-Semitism right now more than ever, which is extraordinarily distressing.
Yeah.
And I do wonder the same thing that you did, though, were people unaware or have forgotten just how bad things got?
Yeah.
Or is it that people are like, you know what? He apologized. Let's see what he does next. But he's apologized before.
He has apologized.
I got
But is it people giving grace because of the mental illness?
Or are
There's
you
also
giving
that.
a lot of credit to his entire fan base? Like, I think we're assuming, like, listen, a lot of us watch the news. We are in touch with the world. Are we to assume that his entire fan base is locked into political and world affairs? Like, what if there's a big swath? His fan base is not a monolith.
You're
It's
right.
not the. I'm not trying to offend a fan base. What I'm saying is, not everybody reads the news,
Is tapped into
cares
it.
about the news. So you might say, like, there were people who were interviewed after the concert saying, "Why are you here?" And they're like, "We just want to appreciate his musical genius." They really just boiled it down to he is a visionary producer and he is a musical genius. Maybe
Which is
some of
not
that
a lie.
nostalgia.
Genius is a strong
Well,
word.
I'm saying what they said. I'm saying what they said.
Yeah.
And clearly, it is not up to us to decide if he has a comeback.
No.
His fans have decided, with a record-breaking $33 million made in 2 nights, he has come back. It's not up to us to decide.
No, you're
They've
right.
decided. They've decided.
But when Diddy's back on tour, you cannot say anything about it because if you let one pass, well, then everybody gets to come
But maybe
back.
does the nature of the crime matter?
If I'm Diddy, I'd be like, why? Why should it matter?
Well, one was legal and
we're
criminal.
we're all canceled,
Yeah.
and now cancel's over, and now we're all coming back. So everybody just deal with it. Get your concert tickets.
Let's see. We'll see.
It's going to be very interesting. Let's move on to the next one. I know, we're coming in hot. Let me just... All right, let me
Spicy,
calm down.
spicy.
After more than 50 years, astronauts are set to return to the moon for a lunar flyby. They will take the crew farther into the space than any human has ever gone, right? And NASA will have no contact with the crew for about 40 minutes, just as spacecraft reaches its maximum distance from the Earth. There have been so many incredible moments and images from this wonderful mission. So the question is, what is your favorite moments from this NASA's Artemis 2 mission? Are you guys keeping track of it and watching?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
Every time I see the 4 of them in that little thing, I just immediately am like,
Oh,
how are you not
claustrophobic.
claustrophobic?
Yeah.
I admire them. But I will say, I really liked their Easter message, particularly there was Victor Glover, who what he had to say, he was talking about the world looking peaceful from a distance, and then he said this.
Maybe the distance we are from you makes you think what we're doing is special, but we're the same distance from you, and I'm trying to tell you, just trust me, you are special. In all of this emptiness, this is a whole bunch of nothing, this thing we call the universe. You have this oasis, this beautiful place that we get to exist together.
Right now. It just brought me up. It sounds like a really obvious thing, but there is this thing that happens. Apparently, lots of astronauts have talked about this overview effect that comes from seeing the Earth from space, and how, of course, it's the most obvious thing in the world, but glimpsing the world from that distance just reminds us how fragile and how beautiful and important
And not
life
only that,
is.
we are in the midst of wars on every
Yes.
part of this planet.
Yeah.
And I would imagine from their point of view, it's like we've got this cute, beautiful little marble. Why y'all fighting?
Fighting. There was this one poetic, beautiful photograph of Earth right when it's eclipsing the sun, and Commander Wiseman took it. But at the top, you can see that little bit of green light. That's one of the auroras, guys. Isn't that cool? And then you see there's a little photo bomber. See that dot down there?
Yeah.
That's little sneaky Venus coming in.
Very cool.
But it was like this was the halfway point between Earth and the Moon for them. And so when you think about the numbers, they were 228,000 kilometers from Earth.
Wow.
But then Venus, way back there, is 38 million kilometers away.
Wow.
And those numbers, when space makes me feel small, I like it. It's a beautiful sort of thing. It takes the pressure off human existence because there is more than all of this.
And I love that. And I love that guy's quote. But if we could just get on Artemis after the 11 o'clock news and hearing everything that's happened, just to kind of recalibrate and just kind of palate cleanser, because I think I need that reminder like every single day.
That's a really good point.
It's a lot.
We'll be watching. I'm sure we'll be talking about it tomorrow. We're witnessing history in the making. It's really exciting. Let's take a break, everybody. And then, is there anything wrong with a wife who says, I need my husband? Well, Catherine, I know, Catherine Schwarzenegger is facing backlash right now for expressing her needs. We're going to tell you what she said and what we think about it after this.
This week on The Social, It Girl Chase Infinity and star of The Testaments joins us to chat about the Handmaid's Tale spinoff.
Okay, we are very spicy up here on this Monday, and if you are equally spicy, we want to hear everything that you have to say about the topics up here. Connect with us on social media, and that's where you can have your say.
So Catherine Schwarzenegger sparked debate on her social media when she posted a tribute to her husband, Chris Pratt, writing, I'll never understand when women say, I don't need my husband, when I very much, in fact, do need my husband, because who else would build our daughters a dollhouse? So, do you see anything wrong with what she said? Because a lot of people on the internet did.
Oh, there's some people really nodding. Okay, I think for me, I get what she's saying here. Boy, people came for her in the comments. It's quite something. I think this is because feminism has been branded in a way that I think was wrong. I think a lot of people think that feminism means women saying we don't need men. And I don't know about you, but I never thought that that's what feminism meant. I think it's been interpreted that way.
I need a man!
Right? So I think that's the flip side is it's the way we say down with the patriarchy and some men take it as down with men.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Just down with the bad men. so I think what I think people tapped into here is feminism, isn't it supposed to be women can do it all, we don't need a man? And it's like, no, I don't think that's what she was actually saying. Because for me, I don't know if you know this, she's a mother of 3 kids under age 5. I think for me, feminism should mean I know as a woman I can and could do it all, but why should I have to?
Yeah.
That's all.
I was just mad with the people who chimed in. I guess it's maybe partly Catherine's fault because she worded things a little bit clumsily, if that's, clumsily is a word, because she asked a rhetorical question. And I think whenever you ask a rhetorical question, like, well, who else would have built it? You get 5,000 literal answers. And the conversation is absolutely lost. And the comments being like, you could build it yourself. Well, like, no, you got her. You showed her with your comment. Like the comments were so performative. You know what I mean? And like faux feminism, like women can do it. You know, we don't need a man to build a dollhouse. No, you don't, dummy. Of course, but you can let the man do it.
Yeah, but they've also lost the plot because the whole point of us moving to this time that we're in is that you have choice now. Our grandmothers did not have a choice. You had to have a husband. You could not live by yourself. You could not have a bank account. You could not vote. And now we have choice. So if you want to be a traditional wife and have lots of kids and have your husband build a dollhouse, you can do that. And if you want to live by yourself and be a baddie like me, you can also do that. And also part of that progress is allowing people to and respecting their choices. So all the people who are hating on her, I'm like, no, you have to respect her choice. This is the life that she wants, and that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. And by the way, I don't know a man or a woman who does not need help. We all need help. It's a human thing.
We all need help.
I also think there's a piece of this conversation that's missing, and I think about this because it's come up in my relationship recently. I think I've shared, most of you know, that over the Christmas holidays, Jason, my partner's father, died. And it was really, really challenging, and grief has been presenting itself in many different ways. And one of the things that Jason expressed was just that he sort of started out really feeling like he was needed in the realm of like building our home or starting a career. And then when we had Jaya, he was very much needed in our lives to help out and all this stuff. And now, and then when his dad's health was failing, he also he was needed by his father. And now that he's gone and Jai's at a certain age and, you know, our careers are at a certain place, he's like a little bit lost and doesn't know, and it doesn't feel needed. And I was like, well, not only do I still need you, and so does Jaya, by the way, it's not always about need. It's about, do I want you?
Oh,
and I do. Like, I want you.
Let it know, girl. Let him know you want your man.
On national TV.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Yeah.
on that note, we're gonna move on to this because BuzzFeed has started a hilarious thread where people are sharing the moment they realized they were dating an idiot. For instance, one person said her ex believed women everywhere have their period at the same time, and that's when the Tampax ads come on TV, of course.
Oh my God.
So have you ever had a moment when you realize, I think I'm dating an idiot?
Okay, so I'm gonna come clean. You guys know I've said on the show I do have a type. If he's played professional sports, if he has some muscles and nice straight white teeth, I'm in. But that comes with a level of intellectual.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh
Different
no.
challenges. So let me just tell a quick story. So there's this guy that I dated. He was perfect. Oh God, chef's kiss. When God made him, he took his time. But he left out a very important part. So he's telling me the story about being on vacation, and then there were flying cockroaches there, and he's telling me the story, and then he woke up next to this flying cockroach was on the wall, and he goes, yeah, and then its antlers were like doing this to me, and I go, oh, you mean the antenna? He goes, no, antlers, it's antlers. And I stopped talking, I go, you know what, I'm just gonna look at you like a nice piece of glass and just appreciate you.
He's pretty.
He's very pretty. But his antlers?
Oh my God.
And he argued, it was the arguing.
It was
I was
the
like,
arguing.
all right, you're
Oh
right.
my
You
God.
got
Strong.
me. Bill Nye, the science guy, you got me. It's antlers.
Simon can be an idiot. No, he was an idiot. Like,
But is he
early on.
antler stupid?
No antler stupid,
Okay.
but it's more practical. So, like, you know, you have leftovers. We often don't have leftovers, not to brag. But sometimes we'll have like a little tiny little bit of leftover, and I'm like, oh, that'll make a little itty bitty perfect lunch for Jesse tomorrow. And then I'll come down, and he will choose the largest container to put it in, like something this big for the little itty tiny. I can't put that container in my knapsack.
Yeah.
It takes up real estate in the fridge. But now, even though he knows he can't do that, he still does it just to make me laugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, that's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
That's cute.
I don't think that's an idiotic thing. I will say that I once dated a guy in university, and it was sort of similar. He like had this just a very beautiful specimen, and I just felt like he didn't have the same sense of humor as me, and I feel like humor is a sign of intelligence. So we would kind of not connect. But this one day, I was saying to him, I was describing someone in our class, and I said, you know, it's like she's becoming a caricature of herself. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, you know, like becoming a sort of exaggerated, cartoonish version, and he just kind of blinked at me. And I was like, oh, well, you're an idiot. Like, you don't understand what I mean. But then I realized now I'm the idiot.
Why?
Because that's to say that's a caricature, isn't that the end of that sentence? I don't say a caricature of yourself. That's redundant. That's extraordinarily redundant. I'm the idiot. I'm calling myself out. That's all. That's all. Sorry, guy. You're not an idiot. I was the idiot.
No, I don't know. Are you saying it's kind of like irregardless?
Don't say that word.
Don't say that word. You're using it as an example.
say that word.
It's redundant. It's redundant. Yeah, I would say that girl is becoming,
becoming
a caricature. Period. Full stop. I was wrong.
Okay.
You're gonna think about it on the break. You're gonna think about it for a while.
You're owning it. It's good.
Oh, is it like self-censoring yourself? Are we in
Yes,
that?
self-censoring yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah, there you go.
This took a turn. So we're gonna get it back on track. Go to break. Up next, luxury Bibles. Did you know they are selling like hotcakes right now? Luxury Bibles. So does this clash with the book's message of humility? Luxury Bible, humility. Do they go? Do they not? After this. We'll be back. Oh my God, it took me a second. I know. It took me a second. I'm like, All right, we are back. The story you never saw coming, friends. The New York Times is reporting that luxury Bibles are on the rise. There are editions that can run up to $400 each. Now, we're talking about a book that was handed out for free once upon a time. So luxury and spirituality, are those two things contradictions?
Well, okay. Hear me out. I could see how it could be a contradiction when it comes to like religious institutions, particularly maybe the Catholic Church, who historically have spent fortunes on art and cathedrals instead of, feeding the poor. Seems really antithetical to Christ's mission in the New Testament. But a Bible, it just hits different for me. It's so personal. It's not institutional excess. It's this personal thing. And if a Christian and historian, just a reader who, wants to have a really beautiful edition of like the best-selling book and arguably the most influential book in all of human history, why not? It's a beautiful thing that could mean a lot to you. It's less than a fancy dinner out.
I don't know. I mean, I guess spend your money the way you want to, but I mean, to me, this seems like completely antithetical to what the message was of Jesus Christ. Like, remember he got mad at that one market? I don't know the story that well. Someone else said, we're going there. I'm going in for it. This is locked in my brain from childhood. He went into a market and he was like, you guys are spending money in an area that should be dedicated to like prayer and things like that. So the idea, there are even quotes from the Bible. You cannot serve God and money. The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. I'm not saying that we have to get rid of.
We can't pull quotes from the Bible. The trouble we get into. Let's not go down that way. But isn't it an exception when we're talking about beauty and craftsmanship? It's not excess.
But it's a free thing. It's not a sculpture.
It's not free anymore.
It's not
I'm
free
sure
anymore. You have to buy them. But you know
Yeah.
what it makes me think about? It makes me think about growing up. There were two types of churchgoers. There were the people who got dressed up. That's why they call it Sunday best. And then the other people who could go to church in a t-shirt and jeans and flip-flops. I was not part of that group. I was not allowed to do those things. So to me, this just kind of lends itself. Now, I went to a church in the US a few years ago, and the amount of red bottoms I saw when people were kneeling and like taking their communion, it feels like people who get really dressed up are gonna expect to have a really nice Bible. I've been gifted several Bibles, and they're all very pretty, and it's because I think it's because I'm the type of person that gets dressed up. My mom's got the hat that you can't see anybody, you can't see the priest. So that's part of it. So to me, that's
flex though. Like you're actually, again, I haven't been to a church in a long time, but it's like trying to show off wealth, which seems again not something that Christians
going with
espouse.
the way that you dress for church, not showing off your wealth, but going with the way that
Like a
you're the
certain
style.
reverence. Like this
But
book
if you
means
could
a great
spend
deal
that
to me.
money and give it to like a homeless person, isn't that
Oh,
the
now
better
we're
idea?
splitting hairs,
don't do
Cynthia
that.
Weiss.
You're doing. I see what you're doing.
Your coffee, your $7 coffee could also be going to that homeless person. Like,
I
we
think
can
that's
start-
where it is. That's where we start to split hairs. It's why do you buy that book? I mean, if it's for personal consumption and it's not actually to show off, it's not like I'm walking down the street going,
Yeah.
It could be something for personal consumption at home, or you might just be somebody who really wants something personal. I do veer into the gray, though. I do veer into, it's a lot of money, and maybe that's your investment because that's what your spirituality means to you. But I'm more interested in the behavior of that person. If you are a spiritual
Like, did
person,
they read it?
did you read it?
Have you ever opened it?
Because there's a bunch of people south of the border who might have an $800 Bible, but
apparently
your behavior is not worth 1 penny. So I think therein lies the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Apparently Trump has a Bible, guys. Trump
What's he
has a
doing
Bible.
with it?
I don't
What's he
know.
doing
I bet
with
it's
it?
not
Selling
the
it for
King-
$60.
It's not the King James version. I bet it's like a kid-friendly,
Maybe pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some
probably-
pictures?
It's sitting on that gold toilet in his
Yeah.
That was mean. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, it is religious. Don't
He'll be
write
over
us.
it.
We're not being sacrilegious. We're just having a conversation, okay, guys? My Filipino Catholic family is watching very closely right now. Okay, why don't we take a break, everybody? Look at the latest nail trends. We love our nails on this show. Nail trends now that the weather is warming up. Coming up next. We'll be back.
There's never a dull moment at The Social.
We are going to have one heck of a time.
With hot takes and fiery debates.
I'm too old for Leonardo DiCaprio anyway.
We dive headfirst into juicy conversations.
Where are his wild oats now?
No topic is too messy.
I'm gonna blame all of the boyfriends that I've had.
No discussion too heated.
That is an invasion, in my opinion.
Just real talk and fresh opinions. Watch The Social, weekdays at 2 p.m. on CTV.
Welcome back, everyone. I love changing up my manicure at home and am always on the hunt for practical designs that I can do myself. But what are the hottest trends for spring when it comes to nail art?
Oh, I know. Well, our next guest is back with manicure trends that we need to know right now, just in time for the warmer weather. So please welcome back to The Social, nail artist Candace Knight.
Yay!
Thank you.
Candace, we want to get right into it and just utilize all your knowledge and talent. We're going to start with the trend jelly nails.
Yes. Ooh, I am so excited to talk about this one. So jelly nails are really a fresh take on the clean girl aesthetic. So it's all about juicy nails, glossy, and we're getting lip gloss for our nails.
There's a bit of translucency in there, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
so you want to see exactly. So you want to see a little bit of your natural nail underneath.
Okay, this is a big one to try at home. So why don't you take us through how we can achieve this look for ourselves?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So they do have jelly nail polish that comes in a regular finish, or you could get gel. But my favorite is to actually do a little DIY and make it ourselves.
Okay.
So we're all set up here to try it out.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your opaque nail polish, like a cream polish. Yep. And so we're just gonna put a little bit on our palette in front of us.
Okay.
Like when you say a little, like a dot?
Yeah, like just maybe a few dots.
A few dots.
You wanna work quickly just because we don't want the nail polish to dry too fast. And then we're gonna take our clear top coat.
Yeah.
We definitely want a glossy one.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna do a couple dots of that as well.
Are you
right
mixing
next
right next to it?
Right next to it. You're doing well.
Oh, I'm understanding what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we're gonna take our little brush tip here and then mix it together. So we're gonna mix the glossy and the opaque, right?
Yes.
So doing it this way, you have more control over the consistency and also the tint. So you have something very custom that way.
Oh, I want a custom. Yes, custom.
Exactly. So you can add more clear or more of the regular polish there and make that tint.
I just realized when I paint my own nails, I do it with my tongue out. And I'm going to try very hard not to do this here. Hey, I'm going to paint this nail with my jelly that I made. But can you tell us about a jelly sandwich?
Ooh, jelly sandwich. So we're gonna do the same thing here, right? Like this very sheer texture. Apply a first coat on your nail directly.
Okay.
And then the second coat, you can put on something glittery or chrome-like and put a layer of that. Let that dry, and then you're gonna put another layer of the jelly polish on top.
Oh.
Right. Exactly.
Jelly sandwich.
Yes, a jelly sandwich, right? So you're sandwiching those layers together.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, you just answered what's a jelly sandwich. So what's the next question? Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about spring travel for just a hot second here, because if you're going to like travel, pack stuff, and you're going away, what do we need to bring to keep our manis in tip-top shape, especially when we're on the road?
Oh yes, I love that question because I brought some of my favorites with me today. So first things first, we want anything mini, anything small that's going to fit in our carry-on and in our purse handbag. So we've got nail polish remover wipes right here on the first one. We also, of course, are going to bring a nail clip or a nail file, right, in case any chips come up. Then we've also got hand creams and cuticle oil.
I'm obsessed with cuticle oil right now.
Hydration.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect size. And then, of course, it's best to use a long wear base coat so you can extend the wear of your manicure in general.
Love that.
And then, of course, nail glue too. In case there's a break that happens, then you can fix it.
That's happened before. Tragedy.
We can prevent that now.
Yeah.
Nail glue.
Absolute tragedy. Okay, I'm very excited about your second trend because it's micro art, specifically like little flowers, floral micro art.
Yep.
So take us through this.
Ooh, happily.
Oh, just wait. Can we show you some of the celebrities that did it?
Absolutely.
There's Dua Lipa and Kylie Jenner. They did it. Look
that's
at their
really
little
cute.
flowers.
That's
Isn't that
really cute.
So they're already in on the trend, but I want to get in on it too.
Yep, we can get in on it, and our viewers at home too.
Okay.
So for the florals, usually we see them pop up in the spring every year, but what's different this time is we want something a little more intentional. We want something a little bit more asymmetrical as well, and reserved and restrained. So the micro florals are typically done with a dotting tool.
Okay.
And we can create this right now.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, before we dive into the next actual trend, the hottest color combo of the season, and apparently there is one for this, and especially for this kind of nail art, what are the colors that are having their moment for spring 2026?
Okay, we've got a lot of color combinations happening. So we actually have the pink ballet. Pink
That's what I'm wearing. Oh my God, that's what I'm wearing today.
Yes.
That's incredible.
There you go. You got the colors going.
Oh, God, okay.
Then we also have the butter yellow and the espresso brown.
I love that.
Love
That's
it
a
too.
nice
That's
combo.
probably my favorite, I would say.
Okay.
And then we have the electric glue and
that's
the
so
cream.
sweet.
Right?
Love it,
all
love
of
it, love it.
Bold,
Okay.
yes. And then
La-
the lavender
Whoa,
and
Oh, I
tomato
love
red.
that one too. That's
Together?
so unusual.
Together.
Together.
I've seen a woman with nails like that, with the micro tip, if that's what you call it, and it looks
Yep.
so beautiful, those
Right.
two
Oh my
colors.
God.
Those are my two
Classy.
colors, so we're gonna play.
Oh,
Let's
you
play.
sure do.
Sure.
Yeah.
You came ready today. You
We
got
came
all
ready.
the color combos.
We came ready.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get ready for the demo.
Let's
How do
go
we do
for
this
it.
little microflower?
Yep. So we'll go ahead and take our dotting tool. So
Okay.
today we're gonna actually dip right into the polishes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So how about we do lavender first? I got a purple over here too.
Okay.
Yep. So you're gonna dip one end of the dotting tool right into the polish.
Okay.
And then do a small dot in the center.
In the center, okay.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't have a dotting tool. I'm gonna watch you both.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we
I'm gonna watch you
can.
both.
Perfect.
Okay, I got a
we'll
little
do it together
dot.
then.
Okay.
Okay. So then
You can just buy this tool.
That's right.
Where? Like anywhere?
Oh yeah, you could get
Okay.
it at your local beauty supply.
Okay.
Yep, or online as
Beautiful.
well.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're good. Yeah, you can tip. You can actually use the other end of
Melly.
the tip.
Oh my God,
found
there
you
you
with- I found you
go.
joining
Come
with us.
on. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Great.
then we do the other
Perfect.
color around?
Yep. Exactly that.
Okay.
So you'll do your dot in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And you know what? You can do any color combination you want to do.
And we just like
once-
draw a flower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly that. The microfloral.
The microflower. Oh my gosh,
And
I love
then,
it. Okay.
yeah. So you're good. Dots in the middle, and then we'll do a dot above that.
We can
And then
see yours.
another
Yep.
one on the right, and then the left.
So you keep doing that because we're dotting because we're making a flower, but I also hear that polka dots are actually having a really big moment this spring as well. So would the
Polka
dotting
dots.
tool help? And if so, how do we? Oh, like come on!
So cute.
how do we use this tool to get those nails?
Perfect. Oh, they're so cute.
They're so cute.
Right. So we're gonna do the same thing too. We're gonna dip our dotting tool right into the polish and then create the dots right onto the nail.
I have
Oh,
a
you
question
got
because
it.
I did two little flowers, but I can't imagine getting more than one flower. Like you'd have to go in there. I'd have to take off my glasses.
Yeah.
And get right down
Exactly.
there. 'Cause those are some big flowers, but that's not. Could we
That's
still call this
perfect.
micro?
You sure can.
That's
right.
really,
The whole
really
point
cute.
is they're
Okay.
very small on the nail.
But
and
now-
you can fit one or two.
Sorry, you
yeah,
go
go
on.
ahead.
Well, because I'm a little bit nuts right now. I realize that. It's just I get very excited about nail art. And the next thing you're saying is after the flower, we could
Yep.
even do a French tip.
That's exactly right. So with the French tip, you would just apply the nail polish directly to the tip.
I feel like
of
it's
the nail.
1990 all over again, guys.
We're
I
bringing
love
back the
this.
nostalgia.
We love
right?
this.
Love
my
it with these
God.
vibrant colors.
Yes.
So the French tip, you're just gonna actually do straight across.
Okay.
And then that's gonna be your tip. And you can, of course, use a detailing brush, a little bit like that, and then clean up the areas to create your shape.
Oh yeah.
Because if you have I don't have the long nails like you guys do, because I'm short little guys. So I would have to use a brush like this
Exactly.
and get in real careful.
Yep. And rest your wrist on the edge of the table.
rest your wrist.
So you're doing
I
it.
have
You
a
already got
practical
it.
question because
Yeah.
we're all seeming to be righties. Do you have a trick when you have to do your
Yes.
hands with your hard hand?
Yes.
Oh my God, what's
Yeah.
the trick there?
Definitely to rest your wrist on the edge of the
Okay,
table.
Let me try that
Yes.
just for kicks, just for kicks.
You got it.
It's like trying to write your name with the other hand, you know? Not so pretty.
Yeah.
Hey, not
But
so
you're
bad.
doing it good.
It's not so
That
bad.
is looking great.
Okay, okay.
Exactly. Just
my God,
patience
Candace.
and practice.
We love this
Yeah.
so much. Oh my God.
I love the collar combo.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
That's really
Cute.
fresh.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we know what we're doing on commercial break. After the break,
Love.
the chef at the restaurant Mourisette, the #1 in Canada, shows us a gourmet spin on a classic childhood snack. We'll be back right after this.
All right, welcome back. Our next guest is a chef and partner at the restaurant ranked #1 on Canada's 100 Best Restaurants list.
And with 2 Michelin stars and a prestigious La Liste Hidden Gem Award. Please welcome to the show Chef Eric Robertson of Restaurant Pearl Morissette.
Chef, okay, so you're participating in Chefs for Change for the 2nd year in a row in support of the Toronto Foundation for Student Success. Why is it so important for you to do this?
Well, I think as chefs and utilizing our platform to really kind of draw attention to that no student should ever have to go a day without a lunch in the school and without appropriate nutrition to learn and be a part of the class and I think that's something that we can, especially as kind of people in the food industry, we need to draw attention to that.
That's your business, right?
Yeah,
Feeding
exactly.
people.
Yeah.
Well, there's always a theme for the Chefs for Change, and this year's theme is for guests to experience nostalgic childhood dishes reimagined with a gourmet flair. Sign us up.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you bring for us today?
So today, this is actually one that we're serving on the restaurant menu right now. It's an apple tart. So it is something that is, nostalgic. Everyone has a reference point of apple tarts, but the way that we do it is just trying to add a little pizzazz to it,
So you're gonna walk us through making this. So what would be the first step?
So first step is what you want to do is have a, either buy a tart shell or if you're feeling really confident, make yourself a tart shell. This one is lined with puff pastry. And then what I do is I make an apple puree or
That's puff pastry.
It is puff pastry just around the outside there.
Oh, around the outside, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then I make an apple puree, or you could buy an apple puree, or and then what I want to do is I just line the base of the tart with that after I've blind baked my tart. So my tarts.
What's in your apple puree? Is it just apples, sugar, and that's it?
Apple, sugar, and just a little bit of apple juice, just to kind of like hold it all together. I just spread it out, almost like you're decorating a pizza or making a pizza.
And you don't want it too thick, right?
I don't want it too thick because I don't want it to saturate the tart pastry and like make it soggy. I want it to still kind of be there, but just add a little bit of kind of oomph to it.
What kind of apple did you use for your puree?
So for the puree, I used Golden Crisp apples.
Okay.
Golden Crisp.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I have a mix here of Golden Crisp as well as Mutsu apples. And really what I choose those apples just because they have a nice little bit of tartness, but also sweetness, because I don't want it to be too
too sweet.
They're so pretty.
All right,
so
go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go
I slice them thin, and then I just kind of layer them around. And so what I want to do while I'm layering them,
You could
is
get your
just
kid to do this too,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
I feel like you
get
could
both
do it.
both of them doing it. So that and just kind of, or anyone that's standing with you talking in the kitchen, you put them to work and you get them doing the other side, and they just kind of alternate around, and just kind of go one after another all the way around. Then just layer it right on top of the next one and just keep going until eventually you end up with a nice mosaic. I bake it in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes or just until the apples are nice and tender.
It's so beautiful. Can we get a side shot
this
of
is the
this?
final result.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Oh my God.
That is so good. It was so nice of you to bring one for me. I don't know about the other girls, but thank you. That's wonderful. But let's talk about your restaurant, Pearl Morissette, because I understand it's the only restaurant in the country with 2 Michelin stars and a right?
Yeah.
It gets even better, everybody. And a green Michelin star for sustainability. Now, did these accolades change the way the restaurant actually approaches food?
No, so with the way Michelin operates is, they reward you for, the work that you've done, not the work that you're going to do in the future. And so really for us, it's been, just keeping on a pat on the back that we're on the right track, we're doing things well, and that for a nice feeling for the team around us as well too.
That's a really beautiful distinction you just
Congratulations.
made. It's for the work you've already done.
Yeah,
That's,
and so it's
sometimes
it's
get
something,
lost in the shuffle.
It's something that it was that we've always just been kind of, we've been stubborn. We've been working this way, and now thankfully we get recognized for it.
Chef, this is amazing.
So beautiful. One of the many special things about Pearl Morissette is that you're dedicated also to using local produce. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so, I spent a good amount of my career overseas. I found that, there's a lot of kind of other cuisines, other regions get a lot of good press, and the best tomatoes come from here or whatever. And what we found was that people are growing great things in Canada. People are growing incredible ingredients, and there's incredible staff people here that can work in restaurants. And so when we both came, Daniel, my partner in the restaurant, and I came back to Canada, we decided that it's like, hey, we want to work locally. And we find the best apples, the best parsnips, the best squash, the best tomatoes, and we also have a farm on the site that grows herbs and vegetables for us as well
And
too.
supporting Canadian farmers, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. Well,
Really good.
so delicious. You can taste it. But here's the thing. Lemons are not used in your restaurant because we don't grow lemons in Canada.
Yeah.
Therefore, what are you using instead of lemons or citrus?
So it's always one that we're constantly working on building out our pantry that we work with. So we have, we don't use lemons, we don't use vanilla, we don't use black peppercorns. And so what we do is,
Olive oil?
No olive oil, no olive oil. Yeah. So what we do is we rely on a lot of the herbs that we're able to grow in our garden. So we have like sage called pineapple sage. It has an aroma of like fresh pineapples. We have lemon verbena, we have lemon balm. They have these like citrus flavors to them, and we're able to utilize those and kind of dry them or use them and infuse them in vinegar. Or like the whipped cream that you have there with the tart is seasoned with dried sweetgrass. So sweetgrass grows in Canada, is more commonly known for indigenous ceremonial use. But we use it dried. It has a compound that has the same flavor as vanilla. So we use that in a lot of like confectionery uses. So like in a whipped cream with an apple tart. And so it's just, again, just working on building out our pantry that we have from what's around us.
Wow.
That's incredible.
So creative.
All right, so Eric, as a Michelin star chef, I have this question for you. Do you ever get to enjoy your own cooking, or are your skills for everybody else to enjoy?
Well, I don't. I don't. I taste a lot at the restaurant. I eat a lot of dishes. I've never dined at the restaurant, but I taste a lot of things before it gets out to the guests. So it doesn't have the surprise for me. So I love going out to other restaurants. I love going out to, I live in Hamilton, so I dine around there quite a bit. And then, I try to go out to explore different cuisines and stuff. And so that's really what kind of gets me excited about going out to dine. But
So good.
And I
Wow.
cook for the kids at home as well too, and my family.
Wow.
Yeah,
I want
so
that
it's-
lunchbox. I know, I want that lunchbox.
Yeah.
Dad,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Wow,
that's incredible.
what a story, what dishes, and what knowledge and passion you put to food. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
That is so interesting. Okay, we want to tell you more about Chefs for Change. It's actually happening on April the 14th. You can find out more information, including tickets, at tfsschefsforchange.com. It's on the screen right there. We're going to continue to enjoy our apple tart. We'll be back after this. Wow.
Be very meditative.
Very beautiful view, but like a very comforting thing.
You can do it with
A food series unlike any other.
All astronauts throw up when they first get to space. You don't want to eat anything that you don't want to see again.
I'm actually new. We added the outfit on in post.
We need to stop playing around and searching for that naughty stuff.
With hot takes. Angel food cake is
That's probably why I don't like it. It's attached to trauma.
Hot food.
That's hot. Remember, because we took it out of a hot pan.
Hot guess.
I just want to smell it.
And even hotter.
And then we met properly.
We're just trying to take my blouse home, dog.
This is profane. Friendships. Thanks a lot. Taste buds. Oh, she said it. Catch all the fun on the Socials YouTube channel.
All right, tomorrow on The Social, if you love travel and you love a good romance novel, you have to tune into tomorrow's show. We've got a segment on bookish vacation destinations.
Oh, I love that. I love
Any
that.
favorites? Are there any that would come to mind?
God,
for
I
you?
always want to go to like Cornwall or Bath in England. You know what I mean? All those, with
Where do you
Jane
wanna go in
Austen.
England?
Bath. Is that how they say it?
Yes, exactly how they say it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to be a good, we love these segments.
Oh, my goodness.
Also on tomorrow's show, dietitian Alyssa Steinberg is back. She'll be sharing recipes and explain why dense bean salads are trending, y'all.
It needs a bit of a rebrand, right?
It needs a rebrand.
You need to get rid of the word dense.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that. Tune in tomorrow. See you then, everybody.